I really like that question. So I wrote an article. I can't remember when I wrote it. What was it called? It was called "Do You Need to Have Faith for Liberation According to Vedanta" or something like that. And I wrote about this topic, or I wrote about this whole topic of faith versus belief and devotion. There is a link, isn't there? There's a link between faith and devotion, love. Now, Shankara defines bhakti, which is devotion or love, as when you are loving yourself, the true self, meaning your attention, your loving attention is placed upon the subject. But that's not the only form of devotion. We can call that the highest form of devotion. Sometimes that's called para bhakti, as opposed to just normal bhakti. It's called para bhakti, meaning the ultimate devotion, or the highest devotion, the supreme devotion, it's sometimes translated as. But most people, when they feel devotion in a spiritual or religious sense, it's not devotion towards the subject, the pure subject. Mm-hmm. It's devotion towards something else that they consider to be other from them. So devotion can be towards the first person, or it can be towards second and third persons. Okay. But this faith and devotion is, for me, it's the same thing. There are differences in the way you express it, but it's essentially the same thing. And what might be quite strange is faith is given is considered to be very important in the Vedanta tradition. And my own view on this, or my own experience, I should say, of this, is that with realization, the faith that you have as a seeker, you realize that is the self. The faith that you have, what you start off as faith, you cling to faith, you realize that faith is the self. That devotion you might have for God, for a first or second or third person, for the subject or for the object, that devotion you have, that love you have, turns out to be your own essential nature. It turns out to be the self. The nature of the self is bhakti. The nature of the self is shraddha, faith. So to me, it's all the same. Now, if I want to sort of analyze it a bit, we could say faith is more about, as you say, Anita, it's trusting the teaching, trusting the teacher. But I want you to trust Ramana's teaching, but I don't necessarily want you to trust everything I say, because what if I make a mistake? What if I say something wrong? I don't want you to just, what if I gave a different answer to Sylvie's question earlier and said, yes, always be submissive, never retaliate, never fight back. Then I wouldn't want anyone to follow me on that kind of dualistic level. When it comes to the thing you have to have faith in is the idea of that you are the self, mm-hmm. And that means you are divine now, without doing anything, and then to just be that self. That's what you need to have faith in.
And yes, this is how I feel it actually. Yeah. I see you as how I say, like an envoy from Ramana, This is how I feel it.
Yes. Yeah. Just a messenger boy. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Thank you.
Oh no, you're welcome. I'm just like the postman. I'm just a glorified postman.
but it's great that you're there.
Very happy to be here. So the faith we have, the love we have, in whatever capacity we have it, as long as it's pure spirit, as long as it's pure love, pure devotion, that devotion is more important than that which we are devoted to. That devotion itself is the self. We discover that faith and devotion, which is the same thing, it's the essence of what we are. I don't know if people understand this or not, because I don't think I would have understood this if I can imagine listening to someone talking this way, and I don't think I would have understood it, I don't know, a number of years ago. So I hope it sort of speaks on some level to you. I hope there's some kind of resonance there.